Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium, home to the North Carolina State Wolfpack, and the fans here on this leg of Tobacco Road have been getting ready since early this morning. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see the number 24 team in the country, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on a team from the ACC, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. NC State with the kickoff team on the field and just about ready to start. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. On first down, here comes this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
We'll see if they can dial up one that works this time on second down from the 14. They go to the ground. Open space at the 25. Got a lot of running room. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
You get a play like that and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. He wants to throw. Fires to the right. He makes the catch. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Now, you might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
Now on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Not a chance. Missed it. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it.
You can't miss opportunities like that. You're playing on the road in a hostile environment. You're trying to seize momentum right out of the gate. You get a nice drive to start the game, and then you miss the field goal. You don't get any points to show for that. If they're going to win this one, guys, they've got to take advantage of those types of opportunities.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Bailey. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to them, and they forced the incompletion.
Quarterback checking the play. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. He's got his man. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Motion from the offense. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on second down. They'll run it from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want.
And had they not picked up that first down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying a long field goal? Are you going for it on fourth down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
And the offense punches in it again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I'll tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Looking to pass on second down. Going for the screen. Oh, and he intercepts it. Touchdown, NC State. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
And how about that play by this defense? Reading the running back, coming out of the backfield, breaking on the football, making the pick, and then walking himself into the end zone for a touchdown.
On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30. The Sun Devils racing to the line in the hurry up. Third down play from the gun. Throws for the tight end. Got his man. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
The offense set for a first down play.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, NC State 14, Arizona State 0.
And the Sun Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. Here's the handoff. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
Looking to throw on second down. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. It has been said that the other team's quarterback must go down, and he must go down hard, and he did.
And often is good, too. The most you can get to him, but great job by the defense, rushing the quarterback, understanding pass, and getting the big fella on the ground.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And it's picked off at the goal line. Bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that up to touchdown.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. And they've been up and down the field, David, so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
Back to pass, it's Bailey. And the ball is intercepted. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands with no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21.
How do you not get excited and out of your seat when you see the big boys making the little boys play? Listen, I know you DBs can do all that running around stuff and catch the football. I can too. I just do it in a sexier, bigger body. Yes, please.
Zings it complete to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. Don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
On second down, he'll let it fly. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this game.
Looking to throw for it. Trying to get to it. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
From the field goal unit, the offense is out there to try to keep this drive alive on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Handoff to the single running back. Running with power. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy in the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
So third and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. Back to throw, it's Bailey. He looks that one in nicely. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down.
And the defense brought the blitz on third down, trying to see if they could rattle the quarterback. But how about the poise? He knew where his answer was. He didn't panic or freak out. He just went through his progressions, picked up the first, and we got a fresh set of downs.
He's going to pass. Moves away as he feels pressure. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. The give to the back. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down.
And the Arizona State offense takes over. First and 10.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Going up top on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39.
Well, I think it's pretty safe to say this guy's going to be getting a helmet sticker. That's now his second interception of the game. He has just been lights out here today.
They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. He'll start this drive firing. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And how about the true freshman? We've heard about this guy. We heard he's got a chance to be really, really good, talking with coaches this week, and he gets his first sack. Listen, guys, I'm a pass rusher. Everybody remembers their first sack.
To the air, it's Bailey. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. Touchdown, Wolfpack. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UTSA has been blitzed from the opening kick, and as you can see, the score right now is a lot to a little. They're trailing by 21 to Louisville. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. They're bringing him. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The Sun Devils will try to pin them back with the punt. A low line drive and short kick. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David, and you've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first half, I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing, Palmer, because it's been all gas.
Pollock, that's right. Strike while the iron's hot, too. Before this defense gets to going at halftime to potentially make some adjustments, show you some different looks in the second half. Whatever you've been doing, it's working. Keep it up.
Finds the tight end. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Dropping back, it's Bailey. Flushed out of the pocket. He fires it out to the right. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. It is a valuable tool to have a quarterback that can extend a play like that. But sometimes you're smart to be check down Charlie and just take something easy and not invite disaster.
Because when you roll out, you're rolling out, you're cutting the field in half, right? The defense starts to run from one side to where you're rolling out to. The field kind of shrinks, and it kind of becomes a little bit of backyard ball. And you could tell he forced that one in there. Didn't get the interception, thank goodness, but it wasn't a great decision.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Sun Devils will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
On second down, looking to throw. This time it's complete.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? To the ground to try to move the chains. Still running at the 40. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
And it's just got to be nice to have a running back that can make big-time plays with his feet. First down, second down, third down right here. His opportunity, he gets the football, makes a huge gain. He makes this offense go, and it makes it so easy to be a play caller. And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Stands in and takes the hit. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, things have mostly been going right for this offense in this game so far. That's why they have the lead they have. But that time, a little bit of a mental error. That should have been intercepted. Don't love the decision by the quarterback.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Moving away from pressure. He's not afraid to go deep. Pass on the way. It's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
We've just seen in this game the ball's just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Matthews. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
On second down, they'll take to the air. A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Sun Devils.
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's put the college football world on notice.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Bailey. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And that don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball.
Looking deep down the right side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his 2nd interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
He'll bring it back. It's strong. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O's. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. This feels like a pivotal moment. Get the ball back on the punt. You need to put points on the board on this drive.
Yeah, it's a sense of urgency right now has got to be high for this offense. Trailing the way they are here, David, they've got to be able to put something together, score some points, and build confidence.
Yeah, it's not panic time, but you do want to build that confidence and find something that you can do well to start to build on. I think this offense is starting to figure themselves out a little bit.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Grab near the marker. It's Matthews. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
They're going back to the ground. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
I think tackling is about effort most of the time. It's about how much passion, how much physicality you can bring to get your guy on the ground. Refuse not to get him on the ground. That's not a big pack. You got to get that guy on the ground. You can't let him pick up an extra couple yards and stay ahead of the sticks.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Throw into the end zone. It's picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
It has just been that kind of day for this guy. 4 picks now thrown in this game. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. He just hasn't been throwing the football accurately. This is a game he would like to soon forget.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Quarterback on the keeper. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Loss of 2.
They're trying to go option, and they're trying to put that defensive end in a bind, but he's just way too athletic, and he guessed right. The quarterback was keeping the ball. He knew it and was able to make the tackle in the backfield.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Power football with the run. And they get him down.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was 2nd and long. They weren't expecting the run. So now we've got 3rd and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again?
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. This is NC State 21, Arizona State 7.
Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Fights his way for a couple, but stops short of the marker. It's 4th and 1.
Coming up, 4th down.
No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. They'll try it on the ground. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
And a lot of times when you're in your own territory and it's 4th and 1, you see the offense try to draw people off sides. No, sir. They said, we're going to get this thing. We need 1 yard. We got 1 yard. We worked on it all week. They were successful. Nice aggressiveness early in their own territory.
Looking to pass. It's Bailey. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown, North Carolina State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Just about set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with it.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game, you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback, and they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried their weight, and this is looking like a great outcome.
And they're trying to dig out of the hole on 2nd and long from the 9. Off the play fake. They get to him as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been...
He lofted high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. they unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make the...
Got enough space. Touchdown, Wolfpack! And the pummeling has started. Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. ULM is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Warhawks have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to FIU. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys. He's going for a big play downfield. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over. And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give as they work on that clock. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Uncorks it. And the missed connection on third down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down.
And the Arizona State offense takes over. 1st and 10.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we had just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Here's a throw downfield late. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. That can be a momentum changer after the interception.
NC State.
Back to the 37.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
To the air on first down. Tight end finds a soft spot. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. New set of downs after that completion. To the air, it's Bailey. Fires to the middle. He's got it. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
Pushes ahead. Touchdown, NC State. And the route is on. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
NC State. Arizona State, 7.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return.
I think that's one the kick returner is going to want to take back. That was a ball he probably should have let run through the end zone, give themselves better field position, but now they are way backed up.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up the field on the run.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such...
He lobs one high down the left side. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
14.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
That's a kickoff.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. And the returner will be brought down. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.